games, only about 2 weeks or so, but anything different that you're looking at in this team?
No, I think they've had a pretty consistent identity. Andrew Cook has been very, very consistent performer for them. They're a team that scores a lot of points in the paint. They rely on points off of turnovers, and that's been consistent throughout the year.
All right, well, looking forward to it. It's Montana State and Eastern Washington today. Coach, appreciate the time and the insight.
Thanks a lot. Go Cats.
All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have our starting lineups and tip-off between the Bobcats and the Eagles. For head coach Matt Logie, this is Keaton Gillogly. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Great houses start with a sound foundation. That foundation starts with a mortgage with Sarah Kelzer and team at Rate. She is Bozeman's trusted mortgage specialist with 20 years experience that knows the neighborhood. We have great rates and personalized home lending solutions, and our decisions are made quickly so you can move into your dream home sooner. Rate, the foundation of great homes throughout Montana. Call Sarah at 406-580-6604 or apply online. Equal housing lender subject to credit approval. NMLS number 400361.
You are a Bobcat fan, and your seat matters. Section 108, right in the middle. And a perfect view of the fast break, alley-oop, and slam dunk. At Kendall Ford of Bozeman, we're a proud supporter of Montana State Athletics. We're big fans of teamwork, dedication, and helping customers find the best deal on the perfect vehicle to fit their needs. Where you sit matters, as in the driver's seat. Get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great.
For all of your tree and lawn care needs, turn to Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care, a proud sponsor of MSU Athletics. Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care provides outstanding service for your landscape. For pruning, removals, stump grinding, tree moving, plant health care, and all of your landscaping maintenance needs. Check out Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care. Wade duly certified arborist.
The roar of the crowd, the thunder of thousands of fans stomping their feet as the Bobcats take the field. For Mary, her chronic hip pain kept her from the thrill of her favorite pastime. Thanks to the revolutionary orthopedic care from Bozeman's local orthopedic groups and the Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, Mary was back on her feet and back in the game. If chronic spine and joint pain is keeping you from the activities you love, start your journey by visiting bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
Here's to home. Here's to Northwest Crossing, where kids can be kids, and adults can also be kids, and new neighbors feel like old friends. Welcome to Bozeman, Montana's newest master planned community. Life here comes with nearby, top-rated Bozeman schools, on-site eateries and retail, office space, parks, trails, and so much more, including new homes from the 500s to 800s, exclusively built by Williams Homes. Learn more at nwxbzn.com. nwxbzn.com.
It's easy not to think about food security when there's food on the table, but right now, 1 out of 10 Montanans is hungry.
When families don't have adequate access to nutritious food, that takes a very real toll on people's health.
This is why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana partners with Montana Food Bank Network.
Our interest at Blue Cross is we want the state, whether they're a member or not, to have adequate supply, access, composition of the food that they're able to get.
Learn more at bigblueskyiinitiativemt.com.
On the Bobcat Sports Network from Learfield, Bobcat Basketball is brought to you by Town Pump Food Stores, proud sponsor of the Brawl of the Wild Series, and by First Interstate Bank, built for you. Go. Now turn it up. Turn it up. It's game time.
One-hand slam. That was a hammer. Got it to go. It's just that kind of night. Right corner three. Bang! Bang! This is the stuff that legends are made of. Gets it off for the win. Got it. Ball game over. Bobcats win. The Golden Bobcats continue their march. Montana State has done it.
We came here to win, and the best is yet to come.
Tip-off is just moments away from the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth. Here's the voice of the Bobcats, Keaton Gillogly.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
National anthem wrapped up, and we are just about ready for basketball from Worthington Arena. All right, let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. This is Montana State basketball.
AM 1450, KMMS, and K236CY Bozeman, 1340 KPRK Livingston, where Montana talks.
Keaton Gillogly alongside Brian Priebe at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. It's Montana State and Eastern Washington today. All right, let's take a look at the starting lineups today. We begin first with the Eastern Washington University Eagles. They come in at 6-12. They are 2-3 in conference play. They haven't won nor have they lost back-to-back games in conference play this season. Dan Munson is 27th year as a head coach, first year here at Eastern Washington. Will run Mason Williams out at the guard spot along with Andrew Cook, who transferred from Carroll College up in Helena. Nick McLean in the backcourt as well, along with Sebastian Hartman. And then in the front court, it is Emmett Marquardt, a redshirt freshman from Seattle. On the other side for Montana State, after not changing their starting lineup for the first 18 games of the year, second straight game with a new look. It's Bryce Zephyr back in for his second straight start. Brian Garacki is in place of the injured Tyler Patterson. Injured his left shoulder on Saturday, so that snaps a stretch of 147 consecutive games played for Tyler Patterson, every single game of his career, and it snaps a stretch of 54 straight starts. So again, that's Garacki in his spot, and then it's Max Hogbonkpolo, Sam Lekalot, and Brandon Walker for 14th year head coach, second year here at Montana State. And Brian, for Coach Logie, hitting his 300th win last time out. He's 387 at three different levels of basketball.
Yeah, it's pretty phenomenal. I mean, to win that many games in such a short amount of time just speaks to the success that he's had in three different spots and been to the postseason in all three spots. And this is what you expect, to get it going and figure out a way to rally this team in the middle part of league here.
Yeah, he went 194 and 35 losses at Whitworth, 82 wins, 23 losses at Point Loma, and right now 24 wins, 29 losses at Montana State. But it's coming, and it's certainly moving in the right direction. Division I basketball is a tough nut to crack.
It is, and I mean, they intentionally scheduled a really hard non-conference because they thought they had the guys that could handle it. It didn't probably go quite as they had hoped, but
it almost did.
Yeah, I mean, probably two or three plays from going exactly like you were hoping it would go, and be a 500 team coming into league. But as you go right now, they are in a position to get momentum on their side and get it rolling.
All right, what makes you excited about this starting lineup for Montana State and the rotation we're going to watch?
Yeah, I just think this is going to be a group that's going to really defend and then take the rebounding assignments really seriously. I think Hogbonkpolo at the three is a really hard matchup for anybody to handle on either end of the floor. And then Brandon Walker, he can be a difference maker with Garacki out there shooting threes. Sam stretches the floor shooting threes. Hopefully it gives him some space to work.
Pretty solid crowd today considering the Arctic Blast and the championship game going on for college football. First game for the men with the students back in town, the band and the Spirit Squad as well. And all in all, this is as good as you could hope for considering all of the conditions on a Monday night.
Yeah, it's a Monday night game as well. And for the Cats, this is the third game in 5 days. Eastern Washington did play on Saturday, but they did not play on Thursday. So they should have a little bit of the fresh legs advantage, if you will.
Well, we'll see what comes out. The Bobcats in the home whites, the Eastern Washington Eagles in the red. The ball is tossed in the air, and the tip is won by Montana State. So the Bobcats get things started. They move from right to left. Bryce Zephyr has the dribble. Bounce pass over to Brandon Walker. He throws underneath. Garacki makes the catch. Jump pass out to Lekalot. Swung around to the left side. Here's Brandon Walker working from the left wing. Takes it down to the mid-post. Kick out to Zephyr. Back to Walker. Makes the catch. Steps in. Lays it home. A repost by Brandon Walker was fruitful. First 2 points of the game come from the Bobcats.
Yeah, great offensive possession. You had 7 touches. You get an easy basket. Great way to start.
Eastern now with the basketball. They work offensively to our right. This has been a very, very tight series over the last
couple of years. 6 of the last 7 meetings decided by 5 points or fewer. Kick out to the left corner. Here's a 3. In and out. Marquardt couldn't quite get it to go. And Montana State has an easy rebound. And then a bad pass, a lazy pass stolen by McLean. He's in transition with a dunk.
Yeah, really poor decision by Brandon Walker right there. That's generally why your 5-man doesn't bring the ball up the floor against a set defense. And lazy pass, easy too.
Bobcats into the front court now. Moved around to the left wing. Here's Garacki. That 3 ball's no good. Long rebound. He gets his own board, goes right to the rack, and lays it home with the right hand. Nice to see from Brian Garacki following his shot. Had a tough weekend shooting through Idaho State and Weber State, but that's a nice lay-in.
Yeah, it's good for him to get going early, and we know what he's capable of doing against Big Sky competition. He just has got to find a rhythm here in 2025.
Now lay-in by Mason Williams. He's got his first 2 points. He's having a very strong second-year sophomore year.
Yeah, Brandon Walker missed an assignment there, and B.J. Cawley goes to the scorer's table immediately.
Ogbong Polo from the right corner. That's no good, missing the 3, and Eastern Washington has the rebound. McLean in deep, cut off by Brandon Walker. Kick out to Marquardt. Hand off to McLean and throws back up to the top to reset. Hartman hands it off to Mason Williams. Good start to this defensive set. To the left wing now. Here's a 3, and that is good. Sebastian Hartman knocking it down. Timeout called by Montana State, and Brandon Walker is going to come off the floor here. So 17:41 to go first half. Eastern leading Montana State 7-4. And Coach Logie doesn't look happy.
Yeah, he doesn't like that start by his 5-man. A lazy pass turnover, a missed assignment defensively, just not going to handle it. And that's what this team has got to be able to do, is play at that high level time in, time out, not take little valleys in their effort or intensity or mental acuity. And that was not the start he wanted from his kind of all-league type guy on the 5 spot.
Well, and Brandon Walker has been so consistent as of late. You look at his last 4 games, he has scored between 7 and 20 points. He's taken between 12 and 15 shots, and he's made between 7 and 8 of them. So he's been very, very steady here for Montana State. Momentary lapse, that's going to happen with kids.
Yeah, it's just you expect more from guys that, again, have been a big part of the program now for his second year.
Montana State into the front court. Helpful to have some depth as B.J. Cawley's getting some more run the last 2 games. He's into the game now. Up to Lekalot at the top. Hand off for Brian Garacki. Bounce pass to Cawley, right elbow. Picks up the dribble. Gets rid of it to Ogbong Polo. Turns the corner. Steps to the top. Turn down a 3. 8 to shoot. Into the right corner, Zephyr. 5. Zephyr to the elbow. 4. Bounce down to Cawley. 3. Backing in. 2. Turns. Hooks. No. And the rebound grab by Eastern Washington. McLean comes out of traffic with it. He throws over to the left wing. Here's Andrew Cook at 3 ball. No good. And the rebound fought for and won by Brian Garacki. Ogbong Polo into the front court. Cats down by 3, and a foul is called. Sebastian Hartman with a hip check. First foul on Hartman.
Yeah, good transition right there. Get it up ahead to Ogbong Polo. Attacks with a little white dribble. Right-handed dribble gets the foul. Bobcats seem a little bit refocused coming out of that timeout.
Bryce Zephyr has the standing dribble up at the top. The big cat head that they inflate is getting kind of moved behind the backboard right now. Could throw off a shooter. Bounce pass down to the mid-post. B.J. Cawley backing down, spins to the right shoulder, kick out, and traveled as he was making that spin move. As the cat head continues to deflate and gets very distracting as it tumbles down to the back corner behind the student section.
And the Cats with a pair of early turnovers here, not able to establish a quick lead, get out front. They're going to be battling Eastern here early for control of this momentum.
Eastern leading 7-4, 16 minutes, 33 seconds to go in the first half. Marquardt moves it around the perimeter to Cook on the right wing. Up to McLean, back to Hartman, driving a kick, pump fake. Marquardt keeps it. Hand off for McLean, 8 to shoot, working on Cawley. McLean, skip pass to the left wing, extra pass into the corner. Here's a 3, and it rattles home. Sebastian Hartman hot early, a pair of 3s. He's been quiet the last 2 games, but a hot start.
8-0 run by Eastern here. They've made their 4 of their last 5 shots and have got it going.
And a little lob down low to B.J. Cawley, a miscommunication between B.J. and Bryce. And the Bobcats a little bickering through the first 4 minutes. That'll take us to a break. 15 minutes, 59 seconds to go in the first half. Eastern leading Montana State 10-4. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Flex Premium Athleisure is softness that plays hard. From the couch to the gym to the office and beyond, Flex gives you premium comfort and style that keeps up with anything without costing everything. Whether you're chasing the ball or chasing the kids, life's a workout. Flex with it. Exclusively at Kohl's. Some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up, pump it up.
Town of Pump is excited to once again sponsor the Brawl of the Wild Rivalry Series between Montana State and the University of Montana. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions throughout the year at your local Town Pump.
Town Pump, right down the road, pump it up, oh yeah.
Bobcat Basketball is brought to you in part by Kendall Ford Lincoln of Bozeman, a proud sponsor of Montana State Athletics. From your seat at the game to your driver's seat, enjoy every minute. When you're ready for something new, get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great. We're at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 15:59 to go in the first half. Eastern Washington leading Montana State. Bobcats have Jed Miller, Brian Garacki, Jade Mullins, Max Ogbonpolo, and Brandon Walker on the floor. All right, Brian, bit of a slow start for the Cats.
Yeah, just not there mentally, not locked in, and so you're going to change some things, get some new guys out there, and see what we got going. I mean, it's not dire or anything. There's a ton of time to go in this game, but you don't like a 10-4 start at home against a team that already beat you and has some confidence.
Eastern Washington with the basketball. They go from left to right on country night. So a bunch of people wearing free cowboy hats with a little Bobcat logo on the front. Lob into the post. McLean makes a catch. Handoff underneath. Stripped free by Ogbonpolo and picked up by Jade Mullins. And here comes Montana State. Mullins hands off for Miller. Back to Mullins on the right wing. The ball moves around the perimeter. Brandon Walker has it now. Walker driving a kick. Ogbonpolo turns to the free throw line. Throws back to Miller. Coming off the career high 20 points. Over to Ogbonpolo. Back to Miller. Down to the mid post left side. Walker back to the basket, 7 to shoot, spins, goes to the cup, up, lays it good with the left hand. Little hesitation in the air. 4 points for Walker.
Yeah, and if Eastern's going to switch those ball screens, Brandon Walker is going to get matched up against guards all night. They cannot handle him in the low post.
He didn't have a huge game over there, but he's been, again, very consistent lately. Here's a drive and a block. Jay Mullins knocks it out of bounds out of the hands of McLean. And now here comes Patrick McMahon for Brian Garacki. For McMahon, he had been struggling. In his previous 2 games, he had 5 total points, and then his first game off the bench on Saturday hung at 12 points, including 10 in the second half, and he was really a closer in the final 8 minutes. Williams into the lane, stops on the pump fake on the right block, double team, knocked free, recovered, and he passes it out of bounds. Ogbonpolo bringing some juice on the defensive end.
Yeah, I like that. Last couple defensive possessions have been on point. Offensively, good ball movement. Again, any on-ball screen right now is going to get Brandon Walker a matchup. You just got to get the right guy to set it or to have the ball to set it to, and all of a sudden, Montana State can have some serious mismatches in the paint.
Walker holds it out high. He's guarded by Winkle. Takes it down to the right block, goes to the cup, and finishes through contact off the glass. Brandon Walker, sometimes he looks like a guard.
Yeah, his quickness and athleticism is pretty impressive for a guy his size.
Lob into the post, and Cook got lost, makes a contested catch and lays it in. Andrew Cook with his first 2 points. 12-8, Eastern Washington leading, 14 and a quarter to go, first half. Jed Miller on the drive, throws out McMahon into the left corner for Ogbonpolo. That 3-ball rims around and falls out. Excellent shot, though. Williams throws ahead. Cook in transition, slings out to the right corner. McLean bounces it into the Winkle pivoting down to the right block, has to just kick it back out to the top. Out to Andrew Cook on the right side. Then to McLean, back to Cook. Playing catch around the perimeter. Cook against Walker. Into the mid-post. Has to kick it out. Williams tries a three. Back iron, no. Long rebound and won by Eastern Washington. Hartman made that catch off a bounce beyond the arc. Now he's got it for three. Missed it right, and Ogbong Polo has the rebound. Catch into the front court, down 4. 13:30 to go, first half. Miller out of the right wing. Crosses over. Goes to Ogbong Polo, right corner. Turns into the lane, pulls up, floater is good. Max Ogbong Polo with his first 2 points. He had 15 on Saturday.
And Bobcats just seem to have gotten back their mojo here a little bit. Cut this to a 2-point ball game with some great defensive effort.
Eastern Washington working offensively to our right. And off to Williams, and got a foul. Jed Miller trying to fight through that screen, his first. Interwest Moving and Storage is the official moving company of the MSU Bobcats. Sam Lecolot checking in for the Bobcats. Comes in for Ogbong Polo. Those were good minutes for Max Ogbong Polo, a guy the Bobcats expected to really rely on here going into the season.
Yeah, he's got to be a player. He has got an excessive amount of talent and physical skills for a guy in the Big Sky.
Sixth-year guy from the top. McLean, his three, no good. And a foul going the other way. Tyler Powell picks up his first as he ramrodded Jed Miller from behind.
Yeah, call that the Jed Miller effort foul drawn. Like that has been a play that has been reliable for 20 games this year.
I think we can come up with an acronym for that.
Okay.
Walker in the post, kick out. Around to Miller at the top. Turns left around the screen, throws back to Walker. He crosses over into the lane. Bounce pass underneath, a little bit low. Lecolot has to dive on the floor to get it, and a jump ball will send the possession the other way. Kind of short-hopped him on that bounce pass down to the baseline.
Yeah, that was unfortunate because Jay Mullins made a great back cut. He was wide open at the rim, but Jed Miller did not see him, and Bobcats weren't able to take advantage.
Eastern with the basketball. They go from left to right. 101st meeting between these two programs dating back to 1946. Sam Stockton just into the game, has the dribble up at the top of the key. His pass is knocked out of bounds over on the far left wing by Jay Mullins. 12 to shoot.
And obviously Sam Stockton is the son of John Stockton, and he is best known as a former women's basketball assistant at Montana State. Oh, and I think he played in the NBA.
Yeah, but you know who he lost to in the finals? Michael Jordan of the Bulls.
Same buddy everybody lost to.
Topside three is no good. Tyler Powell couldn't get it to fall. Cherished memories of my childhood. Those were elite jerseys they used to wear back then, too. 11:45 to go, first half. Bobcat trailing by 2 with the ball. Brandon Walker throws to the left wing for Sam Lecolot. Back to Walker at the top. Picks up the dribble. Gives to Mullins. Spins into the lane. Kick out. Big man. Little contact. 3 to shoot. Off to Mullins. Desperation 3, no good. Long rebound, and Jed Miller hustles and tracks it down. Cats reset. That was an ugly possession, but Miller gives him another crack at it. And now he has his pocket pick, then knocked free, loose, and recovered by Eastern. Here's Powell. Throw up to the top. Stockton. Sling back to the right wing for Cook. And then back up and around the perimeter. Into the left corner. Marquardt throws to McLean. Long pass into the right corner. Round to the right wing. Ball is moving for Eastern. 8 to shoot. Cook left around the screen, 7. Crosses over to the elbow. 4. Pestered by McMahon. Out to Stockton. Tries the 3. Banks it in. Sam Stockton, his first 3 points, his second three-pointer of the year.
Yeah, he's not a shooter, but the bank was open on that one.
Into the right corner. Mullins turns into the lane. Kick out to the left corner. Lecolot working the left baseline. Cut off. Sling out to the top. Miller has the dribble. Bringing out some space. Bounce pass to Brandon Walker. 7 to shoot. Skip into Mullins. Left corner baseline drive. Drop off for Lecolot. Lays it up. And no good, but he draws the foul. He got grabbed around the waist and just pulled. So Lecolot will get a couple of free throws after the second foul on Tyler Powell. Let's step aside from First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 10 minutes, 12 seconds to go first half. Eastern Washington leading Montana State 15-10. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
The Gallatin Valley is thriving, and Bozeman is not only a destination for families to live, work, and play, it's also a destination for businesses. The Bozeman Area Chamber of Commerce is a great way to get involved in Bozeman's thriving business community. The Bozeman Chamber Economic Partnership assists existing businesses through expansion, grows new companies in our community, and attracts fresh opportunities for Gallatin County. Bozeman, our community, a jewel among the Northern Rockies. For more information, go to bozemanchamber.com.
When garage door issues happen, don't just call anybody. Call the pros at DoorTech. Our family-owned and operated business happily serves the Gallatin Valley. We install and service residential, commercial, and custom overhead doors and operators. With factory-trained and certified technicians, we're committed to quality, value, and long-term relationships. Call us at 582-1623 and let us help you with the solution to all your garage door needs. DoorTech is raising the door on quality. Your region's only premier authorized Rainer dealer.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide much-needed life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. That's why at Firehouse Subs, they make their subs differently, because their subs can make a difference. Their family of restaurant owners and local crews are proud to continue to serve you the hot, hearty, life-saving subs you crave every day. In fact, it's never been easier to grab their subs to go with Rapid Rescue to Go. Save time when you order online at firehousesubs.com or on their app. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
Montana's Ribbon Chop House has been serving Rocky Mountain communities for over 20 years. Our ability to grow has come from our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality, a concept which incorporates a casual attitude with our commitment to loyalty, safety, service, and quality food. We hope you'll be our guest at one of our Montana locations soon. 10 minutes, 12 seconds to go first half. Bobcats trailing the Eastern Washington Eagles 15-10. Brian, what are you seeing?
Yeah, just too many turnovers right now offensively. A team scored 10 points in 10 minutes. 5 possessions have ended in a turnover. They only have 10 shots. So shooting 50%. Haven't made a 3 yet, but the offense has got to get clicking, and right now it is definitely not clicking.
It's Jed Miller running the point for Montana State as Sam Lecolot goes to the free throw line. Brian Garacki, Pat McMahon, and Brandon Walker are all on the floor as well. Just it's really kind of crazy just how many different lineups and rotations we have seen throughout the year.
Yeah, there's no doubt, and that's the benefit and curse of having 11, 12 guys that can play. I mean, you can put these guys in game. You think of the team last year, they were going to go 7, 8 deep any given night, and that was kind of the number. So it's good to see, but it also creates some challenges as guys maybe don't play together as much and aren't just quite as clean offensively as a result.
First free throw was good. Here's the second from Lecolot. That one no good, bouncing off the left side. Free throw shooting has been questionable at times for Montana State. 10:05 to go first half. Bobcats trailing by 4. Eagles with the ball. Mason Williams has the dribble at the top, working on Pat McMahon. Works to the free throw line, has to back it out, slings to the left corner. Stockton drives the baseline, cut off underneath the hoop. Toss up to the top, Williams. Hand off Marquardt. He triggers a 3. Rattles in and out. Ooh, that one was halfway down and popped out. Cats into the front court. Marquardt is one of the guys that can get hot from 3. Walker on the drive, suffocated, kick out, pass tip, recovered by Jed Miller. Bounce to Walker. Puts it on the floor, 10 to shoot, spins into the lane, has it knocked free, and another turnover by Montana State. Their 6th of the game. Into the lane, little floater up. No! Fight for the rebound. Stockton came away with it. Kick out left wing. That 3, no good. Oh, and Miller had the rebound and came down hard. Zonke missed that 3. Dangerous play there, and they are letting a lot go in underneath the cup. It takes a tackle to get a foul right now.
Yeah, that's a physical play. But Jed Miller again in the mix, making a difference and putting some pressure on him to make the foul. Can the Cats get some offense going here? They are averaging a point a minute. They're pretty consistent with it right now. They need a little spurt here to get some things rolling.
Montana State hasn't hit a field goal in 4.5 minutes, but they've held Eastern just one of their last 8 from the field. Jed Miller has it up at the top, gives to Pat McMahon. Works down to the mid-post, picks up the dribble, kick out to Miller. He tries a topside 3. Yep. Jed Miller feeling it. His first 3 ball of the day. Bobcats to within 1.
Yeah, after a 20-point performance at Weber the other night, that shot feels pretty buttery.
Yeah, it was pretty dynamite, especially down the stretch on Saturday. Cook to the elbow. Picks up the dribble, bounce pass underneath, righty layup up, and good. Patient move by Zuba.
And Cauley there just bought the little head fake. He had him in jail if he keeps his feet. Buys the head fake and gives up the easy deuce.
Miller. Bounce pass to Cauley. Throws into the left corner, McMahon. Pumps the 3, dribbles right, curls to the elbow, posts up, works on Williams, slings it off the glass, no. Cauley the board, back up and a foul. Missed the layup on the putback, but B.J. Cauley will head to the line as Pavlo Zuba, the 5th-year grad student from Ukraine, picks up his first foul.
It's a good offensive rebound right there for Cauley. Now he's got to convert. The Bobcats, you said it, they've been inconsistent at the line, and boy, when your offense is struggling, that's where you need to go get some freebies.
B.J. Cauley picks up the freebie, knocks down the first. Intermountain Health, formerly known as SCL Health in Big Sky Country, is proud to be an official health partner of Montana State Athletics. Cauley, a 4th-year junior, hits them both. That one took the scenic route, making sure it said hello to each part of the rim before it went through.
No question about it, but Cats will take it and cut this to a 1-point game. Time for that little spurt.
8 minutes to go. Eastern with the ball. Bounce down underneath, driving the rack, layup, good and 1. It was Andrew Cook. He's got 4 points. Sam Lekalot gets tagged for the foul, and that'll take us to a timeout as Chika Naduku will get back in there after not playing on Saturday. All right, a break from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 7:54 to go in the first half. Eastern Washington leading Montana State 19-16. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
You are a Bobcat fan, and your seat matters. Section 108, right in the middle. And a perfect view of the fast break, alley-oop, and slam dunk. At Kendall Ford of Bozeman, we're a proud supporter of Montana State Athletics. We're big fans of teamwork, dedication, and helping customers find the best deal on the perfect vehicle to fit their needs. Where you sit matters, as in the driver's seat. Get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great.
Hitting the road? When you download the Fuel Forward app, you save up to 20 cents per gallon on your first fill up at Conoco stations. Because that's what the app does. A simple, straightforward way to keep you moving forward. Fuel Forward. 20 cents is a combined savings of 5 cents every day off per gallon, plus an extra 15 cents off per gallon for first-time users up to 30 gallons. Offer valid once for a new Fuel Forward app user through 6/30/2025. Participating locations only.
Not only is dairy delicious, but it also promotes health as well. Just 3 servings of dairy a day improves overall wellness and may reduce the risk of developing some chronic diseases. It's a quick, convenient, and economic way to make sure you are staying strong and healthy on and off the field. 7:54 to go, first half. Eastern Washington leading Montana State 19-16. It's Jed Miller, Bryce Zephyr, Brian Garacki, Max Hogbong Polo, and Chika Naduka on the floor for the Cats as Eastern gets ready to shoot some fouls. It's Andrew Cook heading to the line. This might be another lineup I don't think we've seen this year.
Yeah, well, I mean, and Bryce has been in and out of the lineup so much, but I'm not sure he's played with Naduka much. So, yeah, and I mean, Naduka's at the 5. I'd say Garacki's probably at the 4, and then Hogbong Polo is at the 3 as he makes that free throw to complete the three-point play.
Andrew Cook now with 5 points, playing back in a state that he knows well after a stellar 3-year career at Carroll College. Montana State from right to left into the front court, breaking a little bit of a token press. Jed Miller directs traffic. Puts the ball on the floor now with a standing surveying dribble. Bounce to Chika Naduka on the left wing. Gives to Garacki at the top off a screen. Turns the corner down to the left block. Kick out. Ogbong-Polo with 4 to shoot. Ogbong-Polo into the lane. The lefty layup. Rimming it in. Max Ogbong-Polo with a slashing drive. He's got 4.
Really nice finish there with the left hand. That's where that length and everything else he can do is so good. Difference maker.
Yeah, particularly at that 3 spot. Toss over to the right corner. Williams, his 3 balls up. Short. Rebound tipped in the air. And 1. Chika Naduka was there ready for the tip.
Man, every rebound is just getting batted around like a volleyball. Cats are +3 on the glass with great effort.
Did see some of the volleyball team here today cheering on the Cats. Garacki gets it down to the left corner. Up to the top for Miller. Around to Ogbong-Polo. 10 to shoot. Jump pass to Garacki. Pumps the 3. Steps inside. Triggers the 2 and drilled it. Brian Garacki now with 4 points. That's good to see. He had only 1 field goal make last weekend.
Yeah, Ogbong-Polo and Garacki back-to-back. Cats have made 2 in a row. Got a little 4-0 run. Now can they build the momentum in a tie ball game?
That Garacki, too, has tied the game at 20 points apiece. 6:20 to go first half. Andrew Cook takes to the elbow. Bounce pass underneath. And Chika Naduka came in and helped force the travel of Zubac. That's the lunch pail effort we've seen from Chika Naduka this year.
Yeah, no doubt. Really, both years that he's been here, he gets the bench fired up, makes a play. Now the Cats have that momentum going. You got to follow that with another make.
Once that avalanche seems triggered, you got to make it last as long as it can. Jed Miller has it up the top in a tie game, 20 points apiece, 6 minutes to go first half. Tough bounce pass got tipped. Ogbong-Polo picks it up off the hardwood. Cats with 10 to shoot, still haven't really gotten into things, and then a foul. And Zubac just shoved Naduka. Second foul on Zubac, and now Chika Naduka playing a little bit of that Dennis Rodman role.
Yeah, right there. He must have got in Dubes in his head a little bit there.
Yeah.
And that puts the Cats in a bonus going forward. They've only committed 2 team fouls, so some aggressive offense here. You got a chance to separate.
Montana State hands it off. Bryce Zephyr with the dribble. Zephyr and Miller playing some more time together right now. Zephyr out on the left wing, turns to the mid-post, pulls up with the runner, just short, got his own rebound, makes the contested catch, puts it on the floor, gets out of the lane, throws out to Ogbong-Polo. Now on the drive, Ogbong-Polo down to the left baseline. Skip out to the right wing, Miller. Hand off for Naduka, 10 to shoot. Back to Miller. Step back, right wing, 3. No. Off the back iron. Rebound tipped, and a foul. Chika Naduka got called for the foul, or was it Garacki?
Naduka.
Okay. I thought he's put up 22, but all right, 23. So Chika Naduka picks up his first.
Oh, no, he just changed it to Garacki. Yep.
Yeah, because he said he put 2-2, and there is no 2-2. So Garacki with his first. .5:20 to go, first half. It's tied at 20. Feisty, physical game. Welcome to Big Sky basketball in January. Williams to the elbow, pull-up jumper, no good. Offensive rebound by Powell. Kick out left corner. Thrown back around. Cats putting some good pressure on the ball right now. McClain, 10 to shoot from the right wing. Down to the right baseline, backs it into the corner, 5. Goes up to Williams, 4. Drives to the free throw line, 2. Then 1. Contested fall-away jumper, and it's short. And a shot clock violation. Great defensive set.
Yeah, boy, I tell you, the number of possessions in this game both ways that have gone under 10 on the shot clock, under 5 on the shot clock has been surprising. Both teams getting after it defensively in what's really a defensive battle at this point.
The Bozeman Come On In Hotel and Suites, a proud sponsor of NSU Athletics, the Montana State Alumni Association. The Come On In allows you to escape the ordinary while enjoying their numerous hotel and guest room amenities. Visit ComeOnIn.com to book your stay today. Chika Naduka gets a seat. Brandon Walker onto the floor, takes the pass to the top. 4:35 remaining in the first half in a tie game. Walker nearly had it taken away. Kick out, Ogbong-Polo, right wing 3, no good. Rebound, won by Andrew Cook out high. Eagles from left to right. Cook into the lane, draws the foul. He was coming in with a head of steam. Zephyr with the foul. We'll see 2 free throws. First foul on Zephyr.
Yeah, it's a nice play by Cook there. Just get the head of steam, and you can get into the paint, and then he does a nice job to draw the foul and get himself a couple freebies.
Cook knocks down the first free throw. In his 3 years at Carroll College, scored almost 1,200 career points. Knocked down 52% of his shots. Now averaging 15 points a game here. And rattles home both of those free throws. 7 points for Cook today.
Kind of a Garacki thing. His head coach takes an assistant job at Eastern. He follows him there. Just get an opportunity to move up a level.
Garacki misses the top of the key 3. Jay Mullins playing volleyball. Couldn't quite bring it down in amongst 3 defenders. Now Cook cherry picking, gets inside with an easy layup. He's got 9. Bobcats down by 4. So Eastern Washington responding with a little bit of momentum. Up to Jay Mullins. He's got it at the top. Dribbles to the right wing. Over to Ogbong Polo, right sideline. Rips through. Stops at the elbow, kick out. Zephyr pumps the 3, weaves inside, thrown to the top. Ogbong Polo, 5 to shoot. Runner in the lane, off the mark, missed it right. Eastern the rebound. Clean across the timeline with his head up into the lane, goes to the cup, and the offhand layup is no good. Montana State the rebound, trailing by 4. 3:20 remaining first half. Zephyr, step back, left wing 3, airballed it. Mullins makes the catch on a bounce, handoff to Zephyr. Drives the baseline on the left side, cut off. Working on Stockton, trying to spin down. Double team trap, thrown up to the top. Ogbong Polo into the lane, pulls up with the runner. No, whistle, blocking foul. Ogbong Polo will go to the line for 2. Andrew Cook picks up his first foul with 3:05 to go first half. That'll take us to a break from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. A defensive stalemate. Step aside, 3:05 to go in the first half. Montana State is trailing Eastern Washington 24-20. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Ambient Air Solutions wants to take a moment to show our gratitude and to say thank you. Thank you to our frontline workers. Thank you to our doctors, nurses, and EMTs. Thank you to all the volunteers. And thank you to the Gallatin County community. Ambient Air Solutions is so grateful for your support for over 12 years. We are so blessed to live in such a beautiful place. Ambient Air Solutions is here for all your heating and cooling needs. Call us at 406-577-1818 to schedule your service today. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
There is a local ranch just outside of Boise, Idaho, that has masterfully bred Japanese Wagyu cattle with American Angus cattle. Now this American-style Wagyu beef is available to you and your family. Rosars presents Snake River American-style Wagyu beef. Snake River Farms beef is famously found in many exclusive 5-star steak restaurants. Snake River Farms, available at your local neighborhood Rosars.
It's the season of home improvement, and Williams Plumbing will help you tackle the big stuff. Are old roots clogging your sewer line? Williams has the tools to fix it. Have you checked your septic system lately? We have the knowledge and experience to maintain or repair it. Looking to install a yard hydrant? We'll do it promptly and professionally. Don't sweat the big stuff. Call Williams Plumbing today.
See every pulse-pounding, buzzer-beating play in astounding detail with a patient experience that's second to none. At experienced doctors in advanced technology, Vance Thompson Vision is the official LASIK and cataract surgeon of the Bobcats. It's your home for laser vision correction. Learn more at VanceThompsonVision.com. 3:05 to go first half. Montana State trailing 24-20 against Eastern Washington. So fewer than 30 points in the first half against Weber, over 50 in the second half, and now sitting at 20 with 3 minutes to go in the first half today.
Yeah, the offense has just been a disaster, frankly. 6 turnovers. They haven't taken care of that ball. They're just shooting poorly from 3, 1 for 9. 2, not bad. They're 7 for 11 from 2, but just haven't been able to get enough of them. And the free throw line's been the savior, I guess. 3 for 4 with Max going there trying to make it 5 for 6.
Chet Miller and Brandon Walker discussing their strategy while Max Ogbong Polo is at the free throw line for the Bobcats. The first shot is good. It's so quiet. Sometimes I feel like it gets too quiet and it's going to get in your head.
Yeah, I agree.
You need like a baseline sound.
Yeah, you need a soft but audible, like, hum.
Yeah.
White noise.
That free throw is good. Yeah, the only thing you can hear is the jostling of the palms from the dance team.
Yeah, it's Peyton Manning's home being on offense when he's at home.
Yeah.
He get that place so quiet you can hear every Omaha.
2:50 to go first half. Cats trailing by 2. Eagles with the ball to our right. Out to the left corner. Cook trying to drive. Brandon Walker cuts him off. Then Max Ogbonkpolo with a steal. He's 1-on-2 in transition. And wisely picks it up at the top of the key. Here's Miller out on the right wing. Bounce pass into the post. Walker with his back to the basket. Slowly backing down. Thrown out to Ogbonkpolo. Back to the repost. Walker into the double team. Goes up, lays it short, and draws the foul.
That'll be his second on Marquardt. Oh, first on Marquardt.
Yep. Good patience.
Yeah, and Brandon Walker's waiting for the double team to come because down in Cheney, Eastern came at him with the double team. Every time his back was to the basket, you could see him thinking it was going to come, but they just would fake it. Cook kind of looked like he might go, but he never went.
And now, through the silence, that is short. Walker in that meeting in Cheney, 12 points on 4 of 9 shooting, so fewer shots than we're used to seeing from him. Did turn the ball over 4 times in that game.
Yeah, and those came out of that double team. That's why Eastern stuck with it.
7 points now for Brandon Walker after splitting the free throws.
Well, 2:24 to go here, and the Bobcats, can they get a little spurt? Can you do a 7-0 run or a 7-2 run, get a halftime lead, and kind of give yourself some offensive momentum?
Don't need much. Funky moves it around the perimeter to McLean on the left wing. Gets into a post, working on McMahon, and got blocked. Pat McMahon with the deny at the rim. Under 2 minutes to play first half. Cats down 1 with the ball. Out to Ogbonkpolo. Open. Right wing 3. In and out. It's a good look. Cats 1 of 10 from 3. McLean underneath. Catch is made. Floater is up, and it's good by Marquardt. His first 2 points.
Yeah, and Pat McMahon just lost sight of his guy. Little easy back cut for 2. Just Bobcats giving up easy buckets, but having to work so hard to score.
McMahon posting on the left block, picks up the dribble, thrown to Miller. His 3, that's good. Jed Miller has both 3 balls for Montana State, and he's playing with a gallon of confidence.
And that's a first Bobcat bucket in over 5 minutes. They're 1 for their last 8, but that 1 tied this thing up.
All 3 sponsored by Wendy's. 1:05 remaining in the first half. This game tied after the Miller 3. Down to the mid-post left side. Marquardt backing in, working on Walker into the paint. Turns, righty hook, good and 1. A light bump in the air was enough to draw the foul against Brandon Walker and a chance for a 3-point play. Saying he got him on the forearm.
Probably why he made it. Probably helped him.
Yeah. The free throw is good, so Marquardt now with 5 points. He averages about 9 a game and does do a nice job getting to the stripe. Under a minute remaining in the first half. Montana State trailing by 3. Jed Miller throws to Jabe Mullins on the right wing. Down to Walker, right corner. Works his way into the paint. Double team comes. Thrown out to Mullins. His 3. Got it. Jabe Mullins with the 3. Much needed for somebody who's been struggling. Just 1 of 10 from 3 in his last 5. This time he ties it up. And the Cats knotting it up at 29 apiece.
Yeah, it's a big shot, not only for his team, but just for him to get that confidence to see one go through the net. And that's a tremendous way to finish up. Now, you want to get 1 stop. Ideally, you get a stop, steal, and go score and take the lead, but you'll take a stop and go into the break at half tied. That'd be a far cry from where I thought we were going to be the way this offense has been in the first half.
Eastern Washington has called a timeout. Bobcats spreading the scoring around. Brandon Walker with 7. Ogbong Polo with 6, although he's 2 of 7 from the field. And Miller has 6 points. For Ogbong Polo, 4 from 3, but a couple of those have been really good looks. And you got to just kind of keep shooting sometimes.
Yeah, you got to say the percentages will work themselves out. Cats start 1 for 10 from 3 and then make their last 2. And you go make a couple more, you'll be back on pace with your percentages.
Town Pump's a proud sponsor of the Brawl of the Wild rivalry series between Montana State University and the University of Montana. It's all sports all season long. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions at your local Town Pump. 4-second differential between the shot and game clocks. Eastern Washington inbound in their own offensive zone. And we'll set it up at a tie game, 29-all. It was a 1-point game over in Cheney in the second game of the Big Sky season that first week of January. 8 to shoot. McLean, 7 to the elbow, 5. Turns the corner underneath. Off balance layup, no. Put back, no, but a foul. Chika Naduka was fighting for the rebound, so Chika picks up his first foul. And with 6.5 seconds to go in the half, Emmett Marquardt will go to the line for 2 as Brian Garacki gets set to check back in.
Well, we said pregame, the 2 big things the Cats needed to do was contain the big 3. They've done that. So far, those guys combined for 13 points and only 5 of 14 shooting, and then they got to win on the glass. Well, they're +1 on the glass. If we didn't anticipate that the offense would be oogale, but hopefully the offense will find its home at halftime and get it there.
First free throw is good. The second, also good by Marquardt. It is an 83% shooter. 7 points now for Emmett Marquardt. All right, 6.5 seconds to go. End of the first half. Cats down 31-29. Going the length of the floor. Into McMahon down the right sideline, 4. Across the timeline, 3. To the right wing, 2. Puts up the 3. Short. That ends the first half. The Bobcats down by 2 at halftime. We'll step aside. Montana State trailing Eastern Washington 31-29 at halftime. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
It's easy not to think about food security when there's food on the table. But right now, 1 out of 10 Montanans is hungry.
When families don't have adequate access to nutritious food, that takes a very real toll on people's health.
This is why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana partners with Montana Food Bank Network.
Our interest at Blue Cross is we want the state, whether they're a member or not, to have adequate supply, access, composition of the food that they're able to get.
Learn more at bigblueskyinitiativemt.com.
The roar of the crowd, the thunder of thousands of fans stomping their feet as the Bobcats take the field. For Mary, her chronic hip pain kept her from the thrill of her favorite pastime. Thanks to the revolutionary orthopedic care from Bozeman's local orthopedic groups and the Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, Mary was back on her feet and back in the game. If chronic spine and joint pain is keeping you from the activities you love, start your journey by visiting bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
The Ribbon Chop House was founded in 2001. Our ability to grow has come through our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality, a concept which incorporates a casual attitude with our high-level commitment to loyalty, safety, service, and quality food. At the Ribbon Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you.
Great houses start with a sound foundation. That foundation starts with a mortgage with Sarah Kelzer and team at Rate. She is Bozeman's trusted mortgage specialist with 20 years experience that knows the neighborhood. We have great rates and personalized home lending solutions, and our decisions are made quickly so you can move into your dream home sooner. Rate, the foundation of great homes throughout Montana. Call Sarah at 406-580-6604 or apply online. Equal housing lender subject to credit approval. NMLS number 400361.
At First Interstate Bank, it's about supporting our communities and cheering on our teams. Thank you for letting us be your trusted community bank for more than 50 years. First Interstate Bank, built for you, member FDIC. All right, we're at halftime. Montana State is trailing Eastern Washington 31-29. Brian, we've seen some stretches like this from the Bobcats, fewer than 30 points in the half offensively.
Yeah, it was ugly. Both teams, honestly, were ugly. Both are shooting right around 42%. They're both 3 for $1 million from 3. Free throw shooting has been good, but it's just not been a good offensive act either way. Eastern makes 2 free throws at the end just to have a little bit of a lead.
What does Montana State do? I mean, is it the rotation? Is it the roster? Is it the missing Tyler Patterson for the first time in 5 years?
A little bit of everything. I think some of it's just the inability to put together consistency, back-to-back possessions. You don't have any big runs in the first half for the Bobcats. They just, they go 4-0, 2-0, stuff like that, and that's just, basketball is a game of runs, and you got to get them going. You got to get some stops. You got to get some easy ones. They got nothing going in transition. They got no fast break points. It's just been kind of ugly, frankly, and they're going to figure it out here at halftime, but they definitely need to.
Hey, look, it was ugly. They're only down 2. It's 31-29. That's what it's been. I mean, a lot of times it's Montana State not playing their best, but finding a way to stick around, and the emergence of Jed Miller continues today as well. I mean, he's hit some big shots. A lot of ways he's kind of kept the Bobcats in it right now.
Yeah, a couple great shots and running the point well. I think when you think about it, you got to create some offense from your defense, and right now the Cats can't get anything going from Eastern Washington. They only forced 5 turnovers, no fast break points. You got to find ways to get easy buckets, especially in a game like this if it's going to end up being a game in the low 60s.
All right, we're going to take a break as they're putting on a little bit of a line dancing class at center court right now, so getting into the country night festivities at Worthington Arena. We'll step aside. Montana State trails it at the half, down 31-29 against Eastern Washington. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years it's going to explode, obliterating the earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing, a sub above.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land-grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
When a power line has fallen down, it can be downright dangerous and even deadly. That's because downed lines can still energize the ground and objects around them. To help keep you and others safe, Northwestern Energy says stay at least 35 feet or the length of a semi-truck away from a downed power line and anything the line is touching. You should always assume the line is live, and if you see a downed line, immediately call 911 and warn others. Northwestern Energy, delivering a bright future.
From our 1946 roots providing lumber for Yellowstone National Park to our current headquarters in Bozeman, we at Simpkins-Hallen believe in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. Contractors large and small benefit from our decades of experience and our extensive network of suppliers. We can source the materials you need, no matter the project. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins-Hallen, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Montana State University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Bobcat Basketball is presented by your locally owned and operated McDonald's restaurants. Download the app and earn free food. Order from anywhere and even skip the line with convenient curbside pickup. Bobcats trailing 31-29 at the half against Eastern Washington. Another tight game between these two teams. 6 of the last 7 meetings decided by 5 or fewer points. And shaping up to be another one of those. The Bobcats knocking down 42% of their shots in the first half, 3 of 13 from 3, all 3-point field goals sponsored by Wendy's. Cats 3 assists on 10 field goal makes. All assists sponsored by Aware Mental Health Services. Bobcats are +1 on the glass right now. Brandon Walker led the Bobcats with 7 points. Jed Miller had 6. Ogmong Polo had 6. Garacki had 4. Mullins 3, Cawley 2, Lecolot 1. On the other side, Andrew Cook has 9 to lead the way. Marquardt has 7. Stockton with 3. Hartman has 6. And then McLean with 2 and Williams with 2. So nobody's really grabbed any control yet. And as Brian mentioned, no fast break points for the Cats either. So we'll see if they can get this thing rolling. But first, we're going to take a timeout. And when we get back, we'll take a look and see how the women are doing over in Cheney. And we'll tell you how the other Big Sky game is going as well. We're at halftime. Montana State trails 31-29 at the break. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Rocky Mountain Credit Union has supported Montana State athletics for over 40 years and provides a local credit union for past, present, and future Bobcats. You can have it all with RMCU. Low rates, mobile banking, a place to start saving, or work on building your credit. Visit your local branch or online at rmcu.net to become a member today. That's rmcu.net. Go Bobcats.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up, pump it up.
Town of Pump is excited to once again sponsor the Brawl of the Wild Rivalry Series between Montana State and the University of Montana. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions throughout the year at your local Town Pump.
Town Pump, right down the road, pump it up, oh yeah.
Universal Athletic has been a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 45 years. Check out their great selection of Bobcat apparel and accessories for all your game day needs. Shop in-store at their North 7th Avenue location or online at shop.msubobcats.com for everything you need to cheer on your Bobcats. Universal Athletic, a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 45 years. Go Cats!
Here's to home. Here's to Northwest Crossing, where kids can be kids, and adults can also be kids, and new neighbors feel like old friends. Welcome to Bozeman, Montana's newest master planned community. Life here comes with nearby top-rated Bozeman schools, on-site eateries and retail, office space, parks, trails, and so much more, including new homes from the 500s to 800s, exclusively built by Williams Homes. Learn more at nwxbzn.com. nwxbzn.com.
Back to First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State is trailing at 31-29 against Eastern Washington. All right, before we check in on the First Interstate Bank out-of-town scoreboard, let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. This is Montana State basketball.
AM 1450, KMMS, and K236CY Bozeman, 1340 KPRK Livingston, where Montana talks.
Gillogly alongside Brian Priebe as we sit at halftime. Montana State is trailing 31-29 against Eastern Washington. Checking in on some other scores. The women are in Cheney right now. They trail by 1 at the half, carrying that undefeated Big Sky record. Out there, they're down 27-26. Morales leading the way with 10 points at the moment, but only shot 31% from the field for Montana State in that first half on the women's side. On the men's side, the other men's game going on right now is in Missoula. Montana hosting Idaho. Montana is leading it at the half, 37-31. And it looks like the Big Ten is the premier conference in college football right now. Ohio State leading it, Notre Dame 31-7 with about 6 minutes to go in the third quarter out there. All right, one more break, and then we'll be ready to go for the second half. Bobcats trailing the Eagles 31-29 at halftime. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
Bozeman Spirits Distillery, craft distilling award-winning spirits since 2014. Making some of your favorites like Bobcat Gold Bourbon, Montana 1889 Whiskey, Cold Spring Huckleberry Vodka, Jim Bridger Bourbon, and many more. Visit the tasting room, try signature craft cocktails, and purchase bottles today. Located at 121 West Main, Bozeman Spirits Distillery, downtown Bozeman.
Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. outside the box for your complete branding solutions. Located in Bozeman, Montana, we offer a full print shop for banners, signs, wraps, trade show booths and graphics, promotional products, and much more. If you can think it, we can ink it. We are a proud supporter and corporate sponsor of the MSU Bobcats. Like us on Facebook to see some of our cat wraps. Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. and call us at 406-922-6462 or visit us on the web at inkoutside.com.
The Bobcats are proud to present these preferred local partners as members of Bobcat Built, Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems, Bryant, whatever it takes, Carrier Heating and Air Conditioning, Carrier, turn to the experts, Ace Roofing, building Montana strong, one roof at a time, Rivers Landscaping, crafting superior outdoor spaces, and NW Construction, proud to call Bozeman home. Montana State Athletics encourages our fans to choose these local businesses. They are proud local sponsors and demonstrate what it means to be a Bobcat. We are Bobcat Built.
Back for the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State is trailing 31-29 at halftime against Eastern Washington. I'm Keaton Gillogly alongside Brian Priebe, courtside at Worthington Arena. All right, Brian, what are we looking for here?
Well, same thing. You still got to contain those big three and you got to rebound, but now we've got to add in, you got to have some fluid offense. And I don't know if we credit Eastern's defense for being disruptive or just a lack of continuity or flow, but the Bobcats offense has got to pick up the pace in a big way. I mean, 29 points with the assortment of talent that they have just doesn't feel like enough. They've got to find ways to get easy buckets, and it's going to start here right off the tip. They should get the ball to start second half.
They did outscore themselves from Saturday. They had 28 points in the first half of the win at Weber State. They would then rattle off 52 points in the second half. Part of that was the 14 points they had at the free throw line, but we know it's possible for them to get hot at any moment.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They look like a team that had played 3 games in 5 days in the first half. They got to shake that off and find a way to get this done. I mean, this is a big 20 minutes of basketball for this team season. I mean, you get to 3-4, go over to the Grizz with 2-game win streak, win 3 of 4. You're starting to feel a little bit of momentum. Versus all that momentum comes crashing down. You get swept by Eastern, and you go over there 2-5 and licking some wounds.
Yeah, after that Northern Arizona comeback win 2 weeks ago now, I think, or a week and a half, whatever you want to call it, I think a lot of people were asking themselves, is that the turning point? And I think the jury is still out if that was the turning point based on the last couple of games. The Bobcats inbound, and we start the second half. MSU down by 2, 19:50 to go in the ball game. Brandon Walker with a touchdown to the right block, backing it in. Here's the double team, pivoting around, steps through, picks it up, goes up, and banks it home. All right, that wasn't particularly pretty, but it certainly worked. 9 points for Brandon Walker.
Yeah, I almost feel like he felt the double team and let him knock it out of his hand so he could get a split between them and an easy bucket.
Get the dribble back.
I think it was a smart play by Brandon Walker right there.
Yeah, let it knock him out of their hand, now you get the dribble again. That ties it up, 31-all. Here's a drive and a block by Walker against McLean. Recovered, kicked out, and Cook has a 3 rattle out. Then Brandon Walker with a hard-fought rebound. Montana State into the front court. Brandon Walker at the top. Then to Ogbong Polo. He drives down to the mid-post right side, pulls up, and the floater is good. Ogbong Polo with 8. Cats take a 2-point lead. They're 2 for 2 to start the second half.
Like a degree of difficulty on Max's shot right there, a 10 out of 10.
Swatted up top. Brian Garacki climbing the ladder. What a defensive play by Brian Garacki. Now Walker backing it in, mid-post right side. Here's the double, kicked out Ogbong Polo. Moved into the left corner. Lekalot's 3. Ooh, just short. And Eastern has the rebound.
Boy, this place might have exploded had that one found the bottom of the net.
Yeah. Eastern into the front court. Marquardt fires into the left corner. Williams dribbles left. Has it on the left wing. Ooh, almost knocked away by Walker. Dives on the floor, came up short. Saved by Eastern. Pass underneath. Kick to the right corner. McLean thought about a three. Run off the line. Down to the cutting Cook, and he lays it in. A contested shot with Brandon Walker getting back up off the turf. Nearly getting there with a block. And now Ogbong Polo the other way. Leans in way too strong and out of control, and Eastern Washington has the rebound.
Air bank, as we like to say.
Marquardt catch and shoot. Topside three. Hits the bottom of the net. Marquardt into double figures. He's got 10. 17:40 to go. We're in the second half. Montana State trailing 36-33. Down to the mid-post right side. Brandon Walker again. Back to the basket against Marquardt. Thrown out to Zephyr. Into the left corner. Garacki. Dribbles into the mid-post left side. And got stripped it out of bounds. And it'll stay here with Montana State with 6 seconds on the shot clock.
Just don't feel there's any continuity with this offense. Brandon Walker gets it in the post. He's waiting for the double team. He just got to go make a move. Don't let the double come. Don't wait for it. Just beat it.
Zephyr inbounds. Again, short shot clock here. Lobbed out to the half-court line. 5 to shoot. Ogbong Polo with 4. Got to go here. 3. Out to Zephyr on the left wing. Hits 3. No. And he didn't catch the rim. And Bobcats turned it over. 17 minutes, 12 seconds to go in the game. 36-33 Eastern Washington. Zephyr clapping his hands, trying to bring a little juice. McLean has it up at the top. Gives it to Marquardt on the right elbow. Into the post and a foul. Sam Lecolot reached around and tried to knock it away. Second foul on Lecolot.
Yeah, just too easy of a cut right there. Can't let guys cut across your face. That's cardinal rule defensively, and Sam let him do it, and he got position, and you're either going to foul or give up 2.
Into the mid-post right side, Hartman backing in on Garacki. Spins and got right by him and laid it in. Hartman with 8. Garacki thought he used the elbow to get around him.
I think he set him up pretty good for that. Whether he used the elbow or not, he got Brian off balance.
Cats down 5 of the ball. Garacki gives to Lecolot right side. Bounce to Walker on the perimeter. Had it knocked away. Picks it up. Gives to Garacki. Into the post. Lecolot makes the catch. Got stripped underneath and out of bounds. Boy, he was wide open, and Mason Williams came in and saved the day.
Yeah, and that's one you...
Oh, it called a foul. I thought they were just calling that out of bounds. That's getting testy.
Interesting. Boy, I didn't see it.
I was pretty screened.
Yeah, I didn't see it at all, but boy, the official was adamant he saw contact on Sam's shot.
First free throw is no good. Montana State 6 of 9 from the free throw line. Know what's below? Tap, click, or call 811 before you dig. Brought to you by Montana811.org. Lecolot's second free throw is good. Second point for Lecolot. 2-point deficit for the Cats. Williams hands it off for Cook at the top, then to McLean right wing, back to Williams, right around the screen, working on it. Walker out to Hartman, open for 3, missed it. Offensive rebound inside, a block. McLean comes away. Garacki gets credit for another block. Into the lane, Williams blocked again. This time Max Ogbong Polo with the rejection. Cats into the front court, down 2. Walker spins down to the baseline on the left block, thrown out to Zephyr. Down to the right baseline now, Garacki. Brings it out to the right side, still beyond the arc, 10 to shoot. Garacki into the lane, throws to Lecolot who was cutting. Lost it, picked up by MSU, 7 to shoot. Out to Zephyr, 5. He drives, stops, falls away. The jumper swirls home. What patience as a wave of red jerseys came towards Zephyr, and he was able to stop and knock down the J.
Big shot by Bryce right there. Cats desperately needed something.
It's the first points for Bryce Zephyr today. Montana State down 2. 15 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the game. Cook, spot up 17-footer and got it to go. 13 points for Cook. Zephyr with it out on the left wing. Montana State has had to work hard for their offense. Lecolot down to the left baseline. Thrown up to Walker on the left wing. Takes it down to the mid-post, spins into the lane, steps through, lays it no, but a foul is called. Sebastian Hartman with his second foul. Foul was on the floor, and that will take us to a break. 14 minutes, 49 seconds to go in the ball game. Montana State is trailing 40-36 against Eastern Washington. We're stepping aside for the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
Loaded Tortilla Soup is back at Qdoba. Savory veggie broth packed with flavor from tomatoes, peppers, onions, and spices. Enjoy Loaded Tortilla Soup in a bowl or crunchy tortilla shell with your favorite protein and craveable toppings. That's right, the soup sensations fans have been raving about has returned. But not for long, so get it while it's hot. Loaded Tortilla Soup is back at Qdoba. Order today at qdoba.com or in the app.
There is a local ranch just outside of Boise, Idaho, that has masterfully bred Japanese Wagyu cattle with American Angus cattle. Now this American-style Wagyu beef is available to you and your family. Rosars presents Snake River American-style Wagyu beef. Snake River Farms beef is famously found in many exclusive five-star steak restaurants. Snake River Farms, available at your local neighborhood Rosars.
When a power line has fallen down, it can be downright dangerous and even deadly. That's because downed lines can still energize the ground and objects around them. To help keep you and others safe, Northwestern Energy says stay at least 35 feet or the length of a semi-truck away from a downed power line and anything the line is touching. You should always assume the line is live, and if you see a downed line, immediately call 911 and warn others. Northwestern Energy, delivering a bright future.
14:49 to go in the ball game. Montana State trailing Eastern Washington 40-36. At Montana's Ribbit Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you. All right, Brian, Montana State's having to work really, really hard on the offensive side. They're 3 of 5 in the second half, but that doesn't tell the story.
No, it's just brutal in terms of their ability to get anything going easy. They're gonna have to break out of this. I mean, it really is just going to come down to someone stepping up and making a couple shots. Maybe not great shots, maybe not open shots. Just got to make them. Get something going your way and go from there. And it starts right here. You got a set play coming out of the timeout. OB under. Set after timeout plays have been big for the Bobcats under Matt Logan.
Zephyr inbounds to Walker. Underneath. Leans in. Lays it home and one. There you go. That's what it's supposed to look like. Brandon Walker will go to the line to try to complete the three-point play as he's now reached 11 points.
Yeah, and there you go. Another ATO point. After timeouts are really, really important in this game. You've got to convert, and that was something they did really well right there. Brandon Walker sets a screen, slips the screen, and then gets the and one.
The free throw is good. A fresh dozen from Brandon Walker. 40-39, Eastern Washington leading, 14 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the game. Montana State's been right there. Neither team has opened up any notable leads so far. And Walker gets tagged for a foul as Mason Williams drove into his stomach. Second foul on Walker.
Yeah, Bobcats tonight have not had more than a 4-0 run. So they've never been in a position to really do anything in terms of getting that momentum, get the crowd excited. It's just bucket here, bucket there.
Williams working on the left wing against Walker again. Steps back for the long two, and it's good. Mason Williams averages 13 a game. He's been one of their better scorers. Just his fourth point today. Montana State with the ball down by 3. Zephyr goes back to the right wing for McMahon, who's got a rip in the back of his white jersey now. Here's Walker backing it down to the right block. One-on-one, now the double, spins away from it, hooks it up and home. Brandon Walker with 14. Well, that time he had just attacked.
Yeah, you can't wait for that double. You just got to go where you got to give it up.
Cook drives, stops, mid-post left side, throws up to the top. McLean back to the right wing. Here's Cook, his three, no good. Swirls out, late contest by Walker. Ogbong Polo the rebound, into the front court, down by 1. Boy, the coaching staff almost tackled Max.
Yeah, everybody said, hold up now, let's get a good one.
Jed Miller throws to McMahon on the right wing. Takes it to the right elbow. Works his way into the paint, backing down on Cook, spins free, hooks it up, got it to go on the glass. Pat McMahon, his first points coming through with 13 minutes to go in the second half. Crowd starting to come back to life. 13 minutes to go in the game. Montana State is in front on that McMahon layup. McLean on the drive. Just chucks it up off the glass. Walker the defense. Ogbong Polo the rebound ahead. McMahon attacks the rim. Lays it good through contact. Pat McMahon going downhill now. Shows the stink face and brings out some momentum and emotion. Oh, a rare show of motion from the Alaskan Pat McMahon. Wow. All right, let's take a break as Eastern Washington uses a timeout. That's the killer instinct we want to see from Patty Mack. Let's step aside from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 12:46 to go in the game. Montana State leads 45-42 over Eastern Washington. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
With friendly customer service and an outstanding location near Montana State University in the base of the Bridger Mountain Range, Country Inn & Suites by Radisson is the perfect place to begin your Bozeman adventure. Country Inn & Suites offers a hot and delicious Be Our Guest breakfast buffet each morning. Free Wi-Fi is available throughout the property, and we have a business center and meeting rooms. Our indoor pool and hot tub is a great way to relax after a day of fun, and the on-site fitness center will keep your workout goals on track. We have spacious king and double queen suites with a full-size sleeper sofa available, and every room in Country Inn & Suites is smoke-free. Reserve your room today. Bobcat fans, support both your favorite team and Montana State students. When you shop at MSU bookstores, you help lower the price of course materials for Montana State students. MSU Bookstore is owned by MSU students and faculty and serves as the only not-for-profit campus bookstore in Montana. Shop online at msubookstore.org, at Bobcat Stadium on game days, or on campus in the Strand Union Building. Remember, Bobcat fans, when you shop at MSU Bookstore, all proceeds from your purchase go directly to lowering the cost of course materials for Montana State students.
The Northern Pulse Growers Association encourages industry professionals and growers of dry peas, chickpeas, lentils, and fava beans to become members in 2024. Members gain access to cutting-edge research, expert training, market insights, and connect with a Pulse-passionate community. Visit northernpulse.com to join the Northern Pulse Growers Association. Together, we're sowing the seeds of success.
12:46 to go in the game. Montana State now leading 45-42 over Eastern Washington. We're at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position at courtside at Worthington Arena. And Brian, a little momentum for the Cats.
Yeah, first 6-0 run of the game. They've made 5 straight shots. They're now shooting 7 for 9 here in the second half. And if that continues, this is going to be a fun last 13 minutes.
I'll tell you, man, Pat McMahon, he's so quiet, he's so stoic, but he showed a lot of emotion after that last bucket. He's got 2 straight lay-ins. Neither was easy, and sometimes it feels like it's just like an overflow. Like he's not really thinking about it. He just blacks out, and all of a sudden he starts throwing up the flags or raising the eyebrow or something.
Yeah, it was good to see. Let's hope he just keeps it going right out of this timeout. Cats have steal momentum. They got their biggest lead of the night. Now they got to build on it.
Yes, the biggest lead of the night. 3 points, 45-42. Montana State in front. 12:35 to go in the game. Cats been hanging around without playing super well, but a couple of good stretches now. Eastern, though, with a big possession out of their timeout. McLean to the mid-post. Hop stop with the right block. Runs into a double team. Throws out to the right corner. Here's a 3. No good. Cats get away with one. That's Marquardt, who's a very good three-point shooter.
Yeah, you aren't kidding. Get away with them. The whole bench was groaning when he got that look as the Cats were slow in the rotation there, but they got away with it. Now a chance for another bucket.
Down to McMahon, the two-hand flush on the cut to the rack. He backpedals, shaking his head, saying, "You can't cover me." Montana State up 5. McLean throws up the top for Williams. Around to the right wing, Powell. Back up to Williams. Crosses into the lane. He leans through with a left hand and finishes. Man, oh man, what an array of moves for their second-year sophomore, Mason Williams.
Yeah, McMahon had him in jail and let him slip out, get an angle, and all of a sudden he got an easy deuce.
Zephyr inside, banks it off the glass. Man, he just went right into McLean's chest, and he comes back with some encouraging words from his head coach.
7 straight makes for the Cats, keeps them up 5.
And then Jed Miller draws a foul. Oh, no, they gave that to Miller. Wow, looked like Miller got the rough end of that. So Jed Miller doing the right thing. He comes back and he complains to his coaches. You yell at your coaches if you don't like the call because you're not going to get a technical from them. All right, let's step aside. Pat McMahon, the engine of this momentum for Montana State from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 11-17 to go in the game. Bobcats leading the Eagles 49-44. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky Country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
The Gallatin Valley is thriving, and Bozeman is not only a destination for families to live, work, and play, it's also a destination for businesses. The Bozeman Area Chamber of Commerce is a great way to get involved in Bozeman's thriving business community. The Bozeman Chamber Economic Partnership assists existing businesses through expansion, grows new companies in our community, and attracts fresh opportunities for Gallatin County. Bozeman, our community, a jewel among the Northern Rockies. For more information, go to bozemanchamber.com.
The Bobcats are proud to present these preferred local partners as members of Bobcat Built, Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems, Bryant, whatever it takes, Carrier Heating and Air Conditioning, Carrier, turn to the experts, Ace Roofing, building Montana strong, one roof at a time, Rivers Landscaping, crafting superior outdoor spaces, and NW Construction, proud to call Bozeman home. Montana State Athletics encourages our fans to choose these local businesses. They are proud local sponsors and demonstrate what it means to be a Bobcat. We are Bobcat Built.
Hey, Bobcat fans, your support through the Bobcat Collective powers NIL opportunities for our Bobcat student athletes, helping them thrive both on and off the field. Join today and make a real impact. 11-17 to go in the game. Montana State leads 49-44 over Eastern Washington. Meanwhile, the women leading now 42-29. They are starting to dominate. They have outscored Eastern in the first 5 minutes of the third quarter, 16-2 over in Cheney. So doing some heavy lifting there. Meanwhile, here, Patrick McMahon showing up and showing out.
Yeah, a couple really tough buckets for Pat McMahon, getting some momentum for his team, and then Bryce Zephyr goes in and just manhandles McLean at the rim for a deuce. And Cats have made 7 straight. The offense that did not exist in the first half is back in a big way.
Into Andrew Cook off the inbounds pass. Baseline jumper no good. And then a foul. Chika Naduka with a good box out, drawing the foul on Marquardt, his third. Always good to see someone coming right off the bench and draw that foul because he had good position on the glass.
Yeah, and Naduka's so solid defensively. Like, he's a great guy in there when you're making an offensive run, as he gives you the opportunity to put possessions back to back by getting stops.
It just brings the energy. That's been a little bit of a question mark for the Cats at times. McMahon throws into the left corner. Ogbong Polo hits 3. Yep. Pat McMahon, the dime. Well, after he got himself going, he decided, hey, it's your turn now, Max.
Yeah, and I love that Max was ready to shoot that. There's times he catches it flat-footed. That time he caught it in rhythm.
Now a pass underneath, knocked free by Naduka. Ogbong Polo picks it up, throws ahead too much. No need to throw that up ahead to Bryce Zephyr that way. Cook, bounce underneath. Williams draws a foul. Chika Naduka anticipating he was going to go up for the shot. He's a little frustrated with himself. Second foul against Naduka. So Max getting a little over those ski tips. He does try for that home run ball occasionally.
Yeah, just sometimes guys want to get that spectacular play, the big dunk, whatever. Right now you just got to be solid and just keep building on the momentum you got.
Montana State Up 52-44, so up by 8.
Yeah, and we said
Six,
they
eight.
hadn't had any runs, and they've got a 13-2 run rolling right now if they keep the defense going.
Cook, mid-range jumper is good. Man, that is just such a rally killer, Andrew Cook.
And that's his game, man. He's not a good three-point shooter, but put him at 15 and in, that kid can make shots all day long.
McMahon on the left elbow, gets rid of it with the double team. Gets it back for Miller. Over to Ogbonpolo on the right wing. Down to Mullins, right baseline. Sling out, tip free. Xavier Bishop with the snag.
Yeah, not good possession right there. Eastern jumps into a little bit of a zone, trying to break that offensive rhythm, and they did. Now they go back man at the end of the shot clock.
Into Mullins at the top, 6 to shoot to Miller, 5 on the right wing, 4 with the crossover 3, just has to jack it up off the glass, no. And Eastern Washington has the rebound, trailing 52-46, 9:40 to go in the game. Cook gives to Williams. Goes down to the left corner. Little jumper, airballed, loose on the floor, and McMahon comes away with a rebound. Walker and Garacki will check in at the next opportunity. Miller on the right wing. To Mullins, back to Miller. He's left wide open. Buries the 3. How do you leave Jed Miller that wide open? Pat McMahon waving his arms in the air, asking for more.
Did they not watch the Weber game from Saturday? That is not the guy right now to leave open. He is on a streak.
9-point lead for Montana State. Naduka and Ogbonpolo come off the floor, and Ogbonpolo and Logie share a hug. He's coaching them hard, you know. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, he let him have it for that turnover. And Max wants him to, it's one possession, but that's the thing this team's got to realize. That one possession matters.
Into the lane, Stockton can't get it to go. Walker with the rebound, and Montana State has the basketball. 8:50 to go in the game, leading 55-46. They get the play call in. Miller moves to the left wing, goes back to the top, around to the right wing. McMahon down to the right corner. Walker spotting up, backing down to the block, 4 to shoot, picks up the dribble, try to clear out some space, fall away jumper, left it short. Felt like he had some indecision there.
Yeah, it took too long to make his decision on what he wanted to do, and the shot clock just ticked away.
Yeah, he's been thinking today. Cook into the paint, his jumper, missed it right. Offensive rebound underneath by McLean, who was the killer down the stretch last time these two teams met. Thrown over to the left side, Hartman, handoff Zonke. His 3 is short. McMahon the rebound. Under 8 to play in the game, 55-46, Montana State with the ball.
Yeah, and Eastern's just gone ice cold, 36% in the second half. Just can't get anything going on the offensive end.
Mullins gives it to Garacki. Back to Mullins. He's open. The right corner 3. Off the inside of the iron. And the rebound grab by Eastern Washington. Good look. Hartman on the left wing. Throws into the corner. Zonke steps inside for the 15-footer. Swirls off, no good. Long rebound, and Stockton gets it after the tip out. Now he drives in. And a bad pass miscommunication as Hartman was trying to drive. Stockton threw it into the first row, and that takes us to a timeout from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Bobcats are 11 of 16 from the field in the second half, and they've already almost reached their first half point total. 7:20 to go in the ball game. Montana State 55, Eastern Washington 46. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
For all of your tree and lawn care needs, turn to Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care, a proud sponsor of MSU Athletics. Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care provides outstanding service for your landscape. For pruning, removals, stump grinding, tree moving, plant health care, and all of your landscaping maintenance needs. Check out Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care. Wade duly certified arborist.
The roar of the crowd, the thunder of thousands of fans stomping their feet as the Bobcats take the field. For Mary, her chronic hip pain kept her from the thrill of her favorite pastime, Thanks to the revolutionary orthopedic care from Bozeman's local orthopedic groups and the Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, Mary was back on her feet and back in the game. If chronic spine and joint pain is keeping you from the activities you love, start your journey by visiting bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
Here's to home. Here's to Northwest Crossing, where kids can be kids, and adults can also be kids, and new neighbors feel like old friends. Welcome to Bozeman, Montana's newest master planned community. Life here comes with nearby, top-rated Bozeman schools, on-site eateries and retail, office space, parks, trails, and so much more, including new homes from the 500s to 800s, exclusively built by Williams Homes. Learn more at nwxbzn.com. nwxbzn.com.
This game is brought to you in part by the Montana State Fund, covering Montana's workers with workers' comp and safety know-how. Workplace safety, you're naked without it. More at safemt.com. 7:20 to go in the game. Montana State leading 55-46 against Eastern Washington at home. And Brian, the Bobcats, the paint has dried, and boy, they're explosive now on the offensive side.
Yeah, all of a sudden the offense is just unstoppable. The Cats with a second half surge here. It's 26-15 in the second half. They're shooting 70% from the field. They've got Eastern all out of sorts, and they got the basketball to push to their first double-digit lead of the night.
Montana State will have the ball going from left to right. Ogmong Polo has 11. Brendan Walker has 14. Jed Miller has 9. Pat McMahon with 6, all in the second half for McMahon. Walker working out on the left wing. Down to the mid-post left side. Steps into the lane. Kicks it out. McMahon makes the catch. Gets it back down to Walker. Thrown out to the top. Bad pass. Nobody was there. It's into the backcourt. And a turnover by Montana State. Only their 9th of the game, considering they had those 5 early turnovers the first couple minutes.
Yeah, and that'll go on the box score in Brandon Walker, but that's on Jabe Mullins. He's not supposed to cut from up there. You got to have an outlet that's top and diagonal for the post, and he made the cut, but Brandon Walker didn't read it. Jabe's supposed to stay there.
Hartman working on the mid-post against McMahon, pivoting, has to throw it back out to that outlet, and McLean. He takes an NBA three. No good, and Garacki has the rebound, throwing away a shot.
Yeah, Cats with a small lineup here. You got Garacki at the 4, McMahon and Mullins on the wings with Miller and Walker at the 1 and the 5.
Miller thought about a 3, takes it to the free throw line, bounce down to Walker, turns, hooks, got it off the glass. Boy, they aren't calling anything. Walker's not complaining, and all he is doing is going to work and fighting right through it.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. There is nothing there.
He's only got 3 free throw attempts, but he's 7 of 8 from the field. McLean had it knocked free. Walker dives for it, came up short, and they call the foul. Just a little bit too much effort. He undercut Marquardt. That's the right call. And Walker picks up his 3rd foul. 5-point lead for the Cats. 6:01 to go in the game. Eastern with the ball to our left. Montana State shooting 71% in the second half. Into the lane, Williams. Knocked free, recovers, and then Jay Mullins with the steal. Ahead, Pat McMahon to Walker. Alley-oop. McMahon makes the catch, gives it back to Walker, who lays it in. All right, that'll get it done. Oh, and then that ball just got thrown down onto the ground. Bounced into the stands, and they're going to throw a technical down. I think it was McLean. No, who was that? It was Cook. Was it Cook? No, it was Zonke. It was 8.
Yeah.
I mean, he took it and just shucked it. And then he turned around and went, what? I mean, you can't do that. You can bounce it if you bounce it to yourself.
They may not call that in Ukraine. I don't know. Maybe it's a legal play.
Maybe. But, yeah, he just threw the ball on the ground, bounced into the seats near the baseline. And an easy call. And how about that pitch and catch? Walker tried to oop it to McMahon, and McMahon didn't have the angle, so gave it back to Walker. Turned into a pretty easy 2 for Brandon Walker, who's got 18 points again.
Yeah, there you go. You know, patient, 8 from 9, 6 boards to go with it. He's had himself a nice ball game, and the Cats, with some free throws here, can get themselves up 15 and a possession.
Yeah, it's a 12-2 run right now. It was Eastern Washington that just used the timeout, so they have one left. The Bobcats have 3. Joint Champs New Kids Club presented by Billings Clinic Bozeman. Your $40 membership fee gets you game tickets, Bobcat gear, and more. Sign up today at msubobcats.com/champskidsclub. Jay Mullins hits the first free throw. Now 4 points for Jabe. Second free throw is good. So now 5 points for Mullins. Ogbong Polo sharing a laugh with one of the officials. 5:46 to go in the game. Montana State up 61-46. Now a 14-2 run and a 9-0 run over the last 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, the Cats just, the offense all of a sudden clicked, and we don't know where it came from, but thankful it came when it did.
Oh, and Pat McMahon just got tagged for a hand check. Oh, then he just turned and said something to McLean. So McMahon got hit for the foul, but then he turned and said something to the offensive player who drew the foul. Garacki off. Ogbong Polo back on the floor. First foul on McMahon. He did run into some foul trouble on Saturday. He picked up 4 fouls in the second half. Marquardt hands off to McLean. Takes it down to the right corner, then throws it back out. Here's Williams trying to create, pump fake, floats it up. That is no good. Offensive rebound, put back, no, but a foul. I think that'll be Ogbong Polo, and it is. First for Ogbong Polo. 5:26 remaining in the game. Montana State up 61-46. Montana State has had some momentum, gotten into some rhythm, and then Munson calling some timeouts, and it kind of slows the rhythm down. Free throw is good.
It has, but their offense on the eastern side of things, they're shooting 32% second half. They just they've had Montana State's issues in the second half, and that is the difference is the Cats have been able to explode. They're up 14.
Marquardt just split the free throws. The first free throw snapped a 5-minute scoring drought. 5:15 remaining in the game. Walker has it poked out of his hands. It goes out of bounds. Montana State will inbound on the right sideline. Serving all your garage door needs, StoreTech is raising the door on quality. Mullins throws it in to Jed Miller. Up to McMahon. Crosses over. Down to the right block. Backing down into the lane. Kick out left corner. Here's a three. That's no good. Out of the hands of Jabe Mullins. Eastern the rebound. Hartman ahead to Williams. He's trying to take some guys one-on-one right now. Williams into the lane. Lost the dribble, and Pat McMahon comes in to pick up the loose change. 3-on-1. Walker, Euro steps in. Two-hand slam and a pull-up on the iron.
Surprised he didn't get teed up for the chin up right there.
20 points for Walker and a response three in the left corner. Hartman with a silencer. 4:20 remaining in the game. But you know, you make a big play, you get the turnover, the transition, fast break bucket, and then you give up an open three. McMahon into the lane. His jumper, that is good. Pat McMahon with 8 points in the second half. McLean working on Miller. Boy, big physical bodying, and Miller was there to knock it free. Ahead, alley-oop, slam! McMahon to Ogbong Polo, who lets out a primal scream. Pat McMahon can't believe it. Cats up by 17. Ogbong Polo and Zephyr share a high-flying shoulder bump, and the Bobcats in control now, leading by 17. Let's step aside. The alley-oop works, and Montana State in control now for the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 3:52 to go in the game. Montana State leads Eastern Washington 67-50. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
I wanted to put up a fence to protect my tomato plants. So I grabbed this, and then I did this. But instead of yielding a big crop, I hit a utility line and had to pay $1,200 in repairs. I didn't just lose my pride and joy. I could no longer afford the new stovetop I'd been saving up for. Next time, I'm going to make my free call to 811 before I dig.
Learn from Curry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Montana811.org.
Town & Country Foods is a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics. As a locally owned company, we believe the benefit of buying local helps support the local economies in southwest Montana. Our stores offer great selections of items you need every day, including organics, specialty foods, fresh meats and produce, along with incredible selections from our bakery and deli departments. Town & Country Foods is 100% employee-owned and serves southwest Montana with 8 locations. Visit your local Town & Country Foods today. Go Cats!
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide much-needed life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. That's why at Firehouse Subs, they make their subs differently, because their subs can make a difference. Their family of restaurant owners and local crews are proud to continue to serve you the hot, hearty, life-saving subs you crave every day. In fact, it's never been easier to grab their subs to go with Rapid Rescue to Go. Save time when you order online at firehousesubs.com or on their app. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
Hey, make it down to Montana's Ribbon Chop House for Cat Chat. Tomorrow night, 6:30 p.m., we'll talk to Matt Logie and Tricia Binford, and we'll have Natalie Picton there from the women's side. I think we're going to have Max Ogbonkpolo, but we've had some scheduling stuff with a couple of guys, so we're still figuring it out. But Natalie Picton will be our women's guest tomorrow night.
She is on a roll, by the way. The last 3 games, she has just been on fire.
I know. Well, and it's cool to watch somebody like that, right? A true sophomore, somebody who was thrown into the fire last year due to injuries. Now she's a role player coming off the bench, not playing like one.
Not at all, and it's definitely letting the world know that when Morales graduates in the spring, she's ready to take over.
Yeah. Right now, the women lead by 9 with 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. They outscored Eastern 23-9 in that third quarter, but they've given up a 5-0 run to start the fourth. It has not been a good shooting night for Montana State, but look, if they win like this with a bad shooting night, that's a great sign that you can win in different ways. Montana State playing in different ways from the first half to the second half. They have 9 more points already in the second half than they did in the first. Oh, Brandon Walker called for the foul as he reached in to knock it free. 4th foul on Walker.
Yeah, you really don't want to put him on the line. You don't want to give him stopped clock opportunities to score. Mark Ward will have a chance to do just that right now.
8th team foul. Sam Lekalot coming back out onto the floor.
Brandon's 4th.
Yeah. You know, going back to that last play before the timeout, what a smart play by Jed Miller to start that break. He had McLean who was bodying him up like they were 2 big men. Front end of the 1-and-1 is no good. Jade Mullins has the rebound, and he just waited, bided his time, met the physicality, and he saw where that ball was and just knocked it free.
Yeah, it was it's what we were talking about earlier. Jed's ability to make just smart basketball plays, that's the differentiator that he has, and takes full advantage of it.
Miller working on the right wing. Bounce down to the right baseline, only 3 to shoot. Here's Lekalot into the lane, fall away jumper, off the front iron, no good, and Eastern has the rebound.
But you use some clock there, and the clock is your very good friend right now.
Old pals. Stockton throws underneath. Andrew Cook makes a contested catch and a tough lay-in. 17 points for Andrew Cook. Montana State into the front court. Just under 3 minutes to go, up 67-52. Eastern's going to pressure. Trying to make Montana State do something. The Cats are going to let that clock wind down. Down to Lekalot. Skip into the right corner. Ogbonkpolo throws to the right wing. McMahon, 4 to shoot. McMahon leans in, lays it up, the reverse layup, spins off the glass and in. What a crafty finish in a tight space by Pat McMahon. McLean the other way, knocks down an open transition 3. Another 10-point second half for Pat McMahon. Bobcats throw it ahead, and Pat McMahon makes the catch. 2:09 remaining, Montana State up 69-55. Ogbonkpolo, eye in the rim, kicks it out. Mullins, he's open, and the 3 is short. Oh, he's wide open. Didn't fall.
They had a pair of those here late in the second half. chance to make them both. He had a huge one at the end of the first half.
As Andrew Cook makes a reverse layup and draws a foul on Sam Michaelot. That was a heck of a bucket by Andrew Cook. He's up to 19 today. 1:54 remaining in the game. Montana State up 69-57. I mean, we've been trying to figure out, at least I've been trying to figure out, how to really put into context how close this team has been despite that 1-4 start as Andrew Cook goes to the line. I mean, their 4 losses were all by 5 or fewer points. This free throw is no good, and the Cats get the rebound. And on top of that, the 2 games where it's been the biggest deciders has been at Weber State, a win, +9, and now here tonight, up 69-57 with 1:40 to go. And in neither of those games, they play particularly well in the first half.
Yeah, they really haven't. And the second half, there's been a bit of an offensive explosion by a couple guys, and that's been enough to get her done.
Mullins leans in, lays up, got it and one. Jay Mullins, a nice finish as he took the hit. Maybe that'll get him going a little bit. He's got 7 points now. He's been scuffling offensively. Well, it's got his second 3 in the last 6 games, but could be the moment.
Yeah, I just hope this team can put things together as they get into February and head into March, because they have a lot of pieces. And though it hasn't come easy this year, all of a sudden you're on the verge of 2 straight wins, 3 out of 4, and maybe you got a little something going.
Heading to the rival on Saturday. The women tip at 2, the men at 7. Hartman, the running hook. Ooh, got it to go. High degree of difficulty.
Kareem would
Hartman.
be proud on that one right there.
Now what? The official got the ball chucked to him. I don't think there was any malicious intent. It just came at him fast, a lot of velocity. 1:03 to go in the game. 72-59, Montana State leading. The point is that, they've been close, but now it looks like they might be finding a way to win 2 straight games without still playing a full 40 minutes. As Zephyr takes the inbounds pass with a full court pressure from Eastern Washington, bounced ahead to Jed Miller, and he weaves across the timeline. McMahon slows it down. The Bobcats wisely milking that clock down. Jed Miller, guarded tightly by Cook. Lob over to Zephyr. Boy, a smart pass. 8 to shoot. Zephyr backs it out. 45 seconds to go in the game. 5 to shoot. Down underneath. Mullins, kick out. McMahon, right wing 3. No, that would have been the cherry on top for the second half from Pat McMahon. And a foul. Jay Mullins with the blocking foul. What do you call? 3. Okay.
Yeah, blocking.
He put up 21 or something.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, he put up the wrong number. That's what had me confused. Not that there was a foul. But, I mean, here's Montana State up with a huge lead, 72-59. But, again, not putting together a full 40 minutes yet.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. And an area of growth that they've got to find ways to be more consistent and the offense and yada, yada, yada. But for a team that started the league campaign 1-4, to get 2 in a row, have a chance, go to Montana and see if you can really get the momentum going right there, and then to come home and play 2 teams that are more in the bottom third.
Yep. Portland State improved, but still bottom third.
Yep. And they're here.
Yep. Coming up from sea level.
If you can steal that game in Missoula, you get a chance to get a 5-game streak and 6 of 7, and who knows what happens next.
Bobcats on the cusp of getting 1 game under 500 in Big Sky play. Cats to inbound. Only 32 seconds left. Montana State up 11, and Montana State will use a timeout. Yeah, it is all right on the cusp. And, I mean, what can you say about the mental fortitude of this team to lose some of the close, heartbreaking games that they have, to not let that snowball? How many times we said, look, this is a game that could break a lesser team?
Yeah, there's no doubt. And the crazy thing is like you said, just how close. And you don't look back and say, well, we could have won that game, But what you can do is look forward and say, well, if we can take care of business on Saturday, if we can come home and win 2 straight, and we can enter into February on a 5-game win streak with a whole lot of change and momentum. Who knows what happens for the rest of February as you play through league. You've got your rival here. I mean, you just don't know where that heads.
Well, and then, once you get through the Montana game, 2 more road trips left at NAU and Northern Colorado. And Northern Colorado, yeah, they're undefeated, but they have had some dogfights and have won a lot of close games. So you don't know how stable they're going to be down the stretch as this gets lobbed ahead and the Cats break the pressure. And then you've got the Portland State Sac State trip. Jump ball forced by Eastern Washington. It is going the other way. Bobcats up by 11. McLean and Mullins getting feisty. They throw up a tee here?
I think he might have. I think he just threw him out.
No, just a technical on McLean. He's had some frustration.
Oh, yeah, the first one wasn't on him.
No, I thought it was initially. It was not. Free throw is good. In a lot of ways, the Bobcats have been pretty composed throughout the year. A lot of teams that are, look, come after the champ, best not miss. Next free throw is good. And so teams have brought a lot of that dog energy against the Bobcats, and you can't get baited into, offsetting technicals. They've had a lot of composure.
And they're going to end up with a double-digit win, so that's another great moment to just build on all of this.
This one passed into the backcourt. It did get tipped. It got tipped. And then Stockton grabbed it and then traveled.
Yeah, not a good play by Stockton right there. You got to try and sell that it got tipped, if nothing else.
Well, the official was signaling it got tipped. The other one was not. Here's a three. That's good. It's academic. It's over. Bobcats win it. Their first double-digit win of the year, an extreme rarity in the Big Sky this season, a 10-plus point victory, and the Bobcats now with 2 relatively comfortable wins in a row. Maybe that NAU game was the turning point, Brian.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We're going to learn. We're going to learn more about this team on Saturday than we might have learned about them in the first 2+ months of this season, because going to play your rival, going to a Cat Grizz environment, for a lot of these guys, it's going to be a new environment. Play a team that's going to be amped with a big crowd and everything that's about that game. Going to learn a lot.
All right, well, we learned plenty today, and we're going to talk about it in just a bit, but first a timeout for the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Bobcats win it 74-64 over Eastern Washington. Montana State is now 8-12. They are 3-4 in Big Sky play, having won 3 of their last 4 games. Eastern Washington falls to 6-13. They are 2-4 in conference action. We're back after this. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
At Intermountain Health, we believe life is a circle. May yours surround you with insight, a healthy perspective, trust, and reassurance. The belief that our differences aren't that different, and compassion just when you need it most. Life is a circle. May yours help you live the healthiest life possible. Intermountain Health.
Montana Fence, located in Billings, Bozeman, Great Falls, and Kalispell, is Montana's largest fencing superstore. Get everything you need for your fencing projects at rock bottom pricing. Low prices on all styles of farm fence, chain link, vinyl privacy, ornamental iron, cedar pickets, continuous panels, wood privacy. We have it all. Quality materials at truckload prices. Let the experts at Montana Fence help you plan your next project. Whether you use our team or do it yourself, check out Montana Fence.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land-grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
Northern States Fishing Tools, a proud sponsor of the Montana State Bobcats, has been serving the eastern Montana and western North Dakota oil fields since 1978. We are here to provide you with the best tools and services, all at competitive prices. Northern States Fishing Tools services the Williston Basin with fishing and rental tools, along with downhole tools that include packers, plugs, and through tubing equipment. We have the expert knowledge to give you satisfying results based on your specific needs. Go Bobcats!
Open your new Stockman Bank account anytime, anywhere with online account opening. Now, you can open an account in minutes on your laptop, tablet, or mobile phone. It's convenient, simple, and secure. Open your new account today at stockmanbank.com. Then, add our online and mobile banking services so you can manage your money when, where, and how you want. Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking. Member FDIC.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up, pump it up.
Town of Pump is excited to once again sponsor the Brawl of the Wild Rivalry Series between Montana State and the University of Montana. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions throughout the year at your local Town Pump.
Town Pump, right down the road, pump it up, oh yeah.
Bobcat Basketball has been brought to you by Door Tech, raising the door on quality, Montana State University, Mountains and Mines, and by Rate, the foundation of great homes throughout Montana. Live from the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth, this is Bobcat Postgame.
Well, although that first half at times felt like we were watching paint dry, the paint eventually dried, and the Bobcats went off in the second half. They win it 74-64 against Eastern Washington. They are now 3-4 in Big Sky play and have won back-to-back games for the first time since early December when they beat Kansas City and Omaha in back-to-back games of the Summit League Big Sky Challenge. The post-game show brought to you by the Ribbon Chop House, home of premium steaks, fresh seafood, award-winning baby back ribs, all served in a casual atmosphere. Brian, look, the Cats in that second half had that offense humming. They just got to do it for 40 minutes now.
Yeah, they just got to create a little bit more consistency, but you love the effort on the defensive end, and the defense was consistent throughout, and when the offense clicked, boy, did it click. McMahon, a couple tough shots inside. Brandon Walker with a couple in there. Zephyr had one. And then all of a sudden it was just floodgates open and it's over.
That's Avalanche basketball, and that's what Coach Logie is trying to play as he secures his 301st win of his career. Let's step aside of the Ribbon Chop House postgame show. Montana State wins 74-64 against Eastern Washington at home. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
Bozeman Spirits Distillery, craft distilling award-winning spirits since 2014. Making some of your favorites like Bobcat Gold Bourbon, Montana 1889 Whiskey, Cold Spring Huckleberry Vodka, Jim Bridger Bourbon, and many more. Visit the tasting room, try signature craft cocktails, and purchase bottles today. Located at 121 West Main, Bozeman Spirits Distillery, downtown Bozeman.
It's the season of home improvement, and Williams Plumbing will help you tackle the big stuff. Are old roots clogging your sewer line? Williams has the tools to fix it. Have you checked your septic system lately? We have the knowledge and experience to maintain or repair it. Looking to install a yard hydrant? We'll do it promptly and professionally. Don't sweat the big stuff. Call Williams Plumbing today.
Loaded tortilla soup is back at Qdoba. Savory veggie broth packed with flavor from tomatoes, peppers, onions, and spices. Enjoy loaded tortilla soup in a bowl or crunchy tortilla shell with your favorite protein and craveable toppings. That's right, the soup sensations fans have been raving about has returned. But not for long, so get it while it's hot. Loaded tortilla soup is back at Qdoba. Order today at qdoba.com or in the app.
Back on the Ribbon Chop House post-game show, Montana State wins 74-64 against Eastern Washington. They go 2-1 during their 3-game in 5-day stretch over the last couple of evenings. At Montana's Ribbon Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you. It is Cat Grizz week now. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but still sticking on this game today, Brian, how about Brandon Walker? 20 points, 9 of 10 from the field, 6 rebounds. He had some indecision at times in this game, but never going to fault a guy who goes 9 of 10 from the field when you are the key man on opposing teams' scouting reports.
Yeah, without question. And he's having to deal with the double team, and is it coming, is it not? And he just did a great job making decisions for the most part there. B-Walk is just huge. I thought Beck McMahon was huge in the second half. Jed Miller with 3 threes, just real steady and consistent. And, yeah, Cats just keep kind of grinding it out. And I like the shift we've seen in the last 2 weeks.
Also, how about Pat McMahon? 4 assists with the 4 rebounds on 5 of 9 shooting, plus a steal and a block. So really kind of stuffing the stat sheet. Of course, all of those assists sponsored by Aware Mental Health Services. All right, we'll step aside of the Ribbon Chop House post-game show. Bobcats win it 74-64 against Eastern Washington. And actually, no, wait, hang on. We'll keep it because Coach Logie is walking our way right now. So we will get him here in just a second. Meanwhile, the women are leading 56-54 with 1 minute and 18 seconds to go in the game. They have scored only 7 points in the fourth quarter. Morales has 4 fouls in the game, so she's had some foul trouble in this one, but just trying to hang on and stay undefeated in Big Sky play. All right, I'm Keaton Gillogly along with Brian Priebe, and putting on the headset now is head coach Matt Logie joining us. Coach, congratulations on the win, number 301, and a good one today, 74-64. Another situation where that offense really took off in the second half. What'd you like from the offense after that halftime break?
I thought we just did a better job executing. There were too many possessions in the first half where we called a play and didn't run that play, or we had a concept when the ball went to a certain place and then didn't do it. And so we just had to be a little tighter with our execution. I thought the key turning point was down 4 underneath out of bounds. We had a timeout. We talked about something that we had worked on, and were able to steal a 3-point play with Brandon. And then a couple plays later executed the next call that we gave them to take the lead. So just credit to the guys for executing. And our defense, when you hold team to 61 points outside the last shot, you're going to have good chances to win. And our defense really did it for us on a first half where we were kind of stuck in the mud.
Yeah, stuck in the mud's a good way to put it. It felt like, too, during that second half run where you went from down a couple to all of a sudden double-digit lead, it was really points in the paint. You ended up with 40 in the game, but McMahon finished inside, Zephyr finished inside, Walker finished inside. It was just attacking the rim and getting some great finishes.
Yeah, we've had some really good opportunities this year and just haven't converted. And, there's technique involved, there's reps involved, and there's focus involved. And I thought our guys have, they did it tonight. We're 23 for 31 in the paint. And when you finish at that rate, you're, on a night where, you don't make your open threes, you need it.
It feels like there's been a shift over these last couple of weeks with the NAU comeback. Now you win 2 out of 3 in this 5-day stretch. You've won 3 of 4. You feel pretty good. You go into Cat Grizz. How do you get guys prepared, especially the new guys? There's five guys that have never experienced Cat Grizz.
Well, I think the first thing is you don't have to worry about your energy level in Cat Grizz. Like your third game in 5 days, it felt like, all right, we got to jumpstart these guys a little bit. So you don't have to worry about that. What you have to worry about more so is your execution, your poise, and obviously, that game means a lot to everybody involved. But at the end of the day, that's our next game. It's the most important one, just like tonight was as well. And we've got to have a great week of prep. And, to your point, our guys have hung in there and stayed together within the process, despite not getting the results that we wanted. And, our goal has never been to peak in November, December, or January. Our goal is to peak in March, and we're on track for that. And so we're starting to see things come together, and hopefully we can keep that momentum going.
All right, Coach, congrats on the victory. Always good to get a home win, and we'll talk again tomorrow night for Cat Chat.
Thanks. Go Cats.
All right, that's head coach Matt Logie. The Bobcats win it today, 74-64. Back with more of the Ribbon Chop House postgame show after this. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
The Ribbon Chop House was founded in 2001. Our ability to grow has come through our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality, a concept which incorporates a casual attitude with our high-level commitment to loyalty, safety, service, and quality food. At the Ribbon Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning